All right, so I want to make a quick video going over our first writing project, which is the literacy narrative. And the thing that's nice about this project is I'm just grading it on completion. And so as long as you have 2 pages double spaced going over this topic, which is your experiences with reading and writing, then you'll be fine. You'll get an A. So, kind of looking a little bit more specifically at this, what I want you to do is I want you to write an essay that's in 2 parts. Part one is going to be going over where I've been. And basically, what I mean by that is I want you to reflect and think back on so far in your life, what have your experiences been like with reading and writing? And one of the things about a narrative, so a narrative is just a story, right? So if we're telling a narrative, or if we're creating a narrative, one of the best things that you can do is try to show rather than tell. I don't know if you've heard that before. Show, don't tell. Very English teacher thing to say. So if you've heard that, basically what I mean is if you could think of like one experience that really stands out to you that you could describe with more detail, that would be a great way to tell this type of story. Okay, but feel free to respond to the prompts. You could just go through and respond to every single prompt if that feels the best to you, because again, I am grading this on completion. And then this part two for the project is where I'm going. And so here I really want you to be thinking more about what you want to do with reading and writing, okay? And the answer might be as little as possible. Don't feel like you have to lie, but I want you to be thinking about the ways that reading and writing might be relevant to you in the future, or like how you would like them to be relevant. Like I've had lots of students come up to me and they're like, I'm a business major, but I really want to write a book, or like, um, maybe you want to learn how to write in another language, or maybe you want to read more. You're like, oh, I stopped reading because, I had to do it so much for school, and now I want to start reading more. Like whatever kind of goals you have, it can be professional goals, it can be personal goals, any kind of goals that you might have. And again, like I said, feel free to be like, don't feel like you have to be like, I love writing, I've always loved writing, if that's not true. Okay, you can be really honest. And I can tell you, I have definitely had times in life when I have not liked writing. And so, it's work. And I've definitely been told I'm not a good writer before. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share with you here is Learning to Read by Malcolm X and The Art of Eating Spaghetti by Russell Baker. These are two kind of like real world examples of literacy narratives. So if you are the kind of person, I'm like this, I really like to read texts before I start writing one just to kind of get a sense of like what other people have said or like kind of what it could sound like. I just wanted to share a couple of these with you. I'm not going to be requiring you to turn in reading notes on these. This is more just like they're very, very short. And so if you're curious, if you'd like to learn a little bit more, the Art of Eating Spaghetti is really funny. I think Learning to Read is very inspirational. So both of these could be really good for you to read. And then that's it. I think that's everything. It's going to be worth 5 points in your final grade. And so just make sure you get this turned in by Friday. I'm willing to accept it a little bit later. I made it due on Friday just because we have a long weekend. I didn't want you to be stuck working on an essay when you have a long weekend. But yeah, I'll accept it through Sunday if you want. But make sure that you get it turned in this weekend. All right. Let me know if you have any questions and good luck writing.